before. He put two and two together, and that was the beginning of the end. Of Minecraft. He started making Minecraft using his programming knowledge with Java, making the grass, the trees, the pig. Is that supposed to be a pig? Why does the pig look like that? Okay, there's the pig. That looks much more accurate. I guess you could stay also. At this point, the game was a fraction of what it would eventually be, and this was around the time I found it. I was surfing the World Wide Web when I came across some web forum that was talking about water elevators and how to construct them. Interesting, I think, as I delved deeper. Turns out it was free weekend, and I could download the game and try it out. And the rest is history! Now hundreds of millions of people play the game, and now it's officially the biggest game of all time. Kinda cool. Ever since that point, I have loved Minecraft. I remember being really into it, to the point of making a high school presentation about how Minecraft and video games in general are good for you. Yes, I know. I was very cringe. Too bad I never grew out of it. The presentation was supposed to be about how video games improve reaction times, which I don't think that's even true. In reality, I was just coping with my addiction to video games. I've since turned my life around. I no longer play League of Legends. Minecraft has since gotten an education edition, but before that happened, claiming that video games are good for your mental health was a weird take. Video games as an education is a really new concept, and people in the education world would laugh at you and say video games cause violence, you little ding-dong, what are you talking about? But not anymore. Now, kids get to play Minecraft for education, and that's great. I'm not bitter at all. All I gotta do to learn was timetables, and I was really bad at those. I don't know how many hours I've played in Minecraft, but I know that it's a lot. And a lot of what I did was make a little house, and then waiting for it to rain, and then listening to the rain, but inside. Oh, here it comes, here it comes. Woo! Mechanically, there's a lot of things that make Minecraft fun, but oh, that rain, delicious. If you haven't heard, there's also a game coming out sometime called Hytale. It's a game that kind of sprouted from Minecraft because it was a Minecraft server, still is a Minecraft server. You can go play on it right now. And it's not out yet, but I'm very excited. And the reason I bring it up is because look at the sound in this game. I guess you can't look at it, but here it is. It's so good! Oh my god! I could live in this game. Just saying, Hytale, you need a beta tester. I think there was one really crucial thing that made Minecraft as popular it is today. YouTube has changed their algorithm a bunch of times. At one point, YouTube changed the algorithm to favor watch time, which means if somebody watched 10 minutes, that video has 10 minutes of watch time. If two people watch 10 minutes of video, that's 20 minutes of watch time. Turns out, a little bit of a loophole, you can play 1 hour of Minecraft, cut it up into 6 10-minute videos, and post unbelievably large amounts of content. Way more than like a makeup YouTuber or skit YouTuber who has to like plan and skit and set up the camera. Minecraft YouTubers went crazy. Minecraft videos were everywhere. Minecraft in suggested, Minecraft in trending, Minecraft in my bed. Hello? Yes, there's someone in my bed. It was Minecraft. Hello? 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 Well, YouTube was able to reach billions of people. If Minecraft didn't have an entire social media platforming it, that would have costed a lot. And for an indie developer, that would have been really impossible. In advertisements, I mean. None of this is to say that Minecraft didn't pop off because it wasn't a fun game. The game was really fun. That was important for it to be as popular as it is. I'm just saying, YouTube really blew it up. And it, like, in a way, was kind of a golden age. I remember playing Minecraft while watching Minecraft, specifically Yogscast and their Jaffa Cakes Factory series. That was the good stuff. I also just want to mention, congratulations to the LA, how do you pronounce this? On winning the vote. This little guy can go out and pick up more items for you, which is awesome. These guys are cute, but this one's just the F3 button, and this one rusts. I'm sorry, you guys. With the LA, how do you pronounce this? Coming in with so much utility, it's a no-brainer for me. He can just, like, come around, pick up some stuff, and come back with more of it. And that's amazing. Where's my can of pass? Speaking of additions to Minecraft, Microsoft, if you are listening, here are some random Minecraft feature ideas that I have. Free of charge, you're welcome. X-ray glasses that you can see ores a couple of blocks beyond the surface, so strip mining is more efficient. Personally, I hate spending time mining. You go underground and then later come back out looking like you're old enough to remember the Black Plague. Earmuffs that lessen the noise from mobs unless you're like right next to them. Need I say more? A hot air balloon for traveling far away without needing to get over any mountains or fall down ravines. Oh no. An item like a crystal necklace or something that a compass always points to. You can hang it on the wall of like a different base that you have. You can put it on your horse. You can sneak and put it in the back pocket of your friend if you want to stalk them. So in like addition, I'd like to say that. Oh yeah. I got merch now. It looks like this. And you can order it until the 29th and then it's gone. You can pick it up at this website if you want. So if you already have ordered some, thank you very much. It is very much appreciated. Subscribe if you want. And ultimately, just thank you for watching. You know, I used to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube, but I can't remember anymore. What the hell's with that? Repeat after me. Today is the first chapter of my next grade love story.
Today is the first chapter of my next grade.
Wait a second. Is that Minnesota? It is! On my way. The Minnesota State Fair is happening, I think, depending on when this video is out. Welcome to Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes. Here in Minnesota, we got Valley Fair, Hot Dish, Mall of America, Goose, the Boundary Waters, me, Snow, 3M. One time, Jaden got stuck here. Loons, lakes, and of course, the best state fair in all of the land. The Minnesota State Fair is about to happen, and that means delicious food and cute animals and butter people. Obviously, if you're gonna go to the state fair, definitely, absolutely, please wear a mask. Especially since there's going to be a lot of people there, because Minnesota has the biggest state fair in the entire United States. Texas, for some reason, holds that title, as we can see on Wikipedia, but that's a lie. In reality, Minnesota has the biggest state fair. I don't know how Texas got that title. I mean, I get the meme. Everything's biggest in Texas. They're considered the biggest state fair because they're longer, which doesn't make any sense. That's like saying Timmy got the most Easter eggs on the Easter egg hunt because he got twice the amount of time. That's like cheating. And that's time, everybody. Stop hunting. Time's up. Timmy, though, you can keep going if you want. After you're done, we can count all the eggs to see who's the winner. State fair? Well, like, state unfair. I love food at the state fair. There's some really good foods, and there are some foods that make you feel like, and I want to go through some of those with you. But first, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform for creative people who are learning new skills, honing existing skills, or just exploring their creativity. Skillshare, if you can eat a good set of fries at the Fries, the Minnesota State Fair is the best state fair. You can get an entire bucket of cookies. After the cookies, you gotta go to the milk stand for obvious reasons. The cheese curds are beautiful, gorgeous pieces of art. You can get an entire bucket of fries at the fry stand, which is amazing. The best things at the state fair seem to come in buckets, I guess. Another reason people come to the state fair is the non-conventional foods that people come to try. One year, I was with my cousin and we tried the fabled Snickers candy bar on a stick, deep fried. I don't even know why I bought one, and I don't remember enjoying it. But I also don't remember disliking it. I ate it, and it tasted like if everything was a flavor, kind of like how chicken is a weirdly universal flavor. That's what I imagined this flavor was. Universal. I don't know, like, how do you explain that? Thank God I was young at the time when I ate it, so my body could take such a beating. I imagine anybody over the age of 80 would have had heart palpitations just by smelling the booth selling those things. I don't really like those kinds of foods. It's really not for everybody. But here's a sample of what's gonna be there this year that I want to slander. Buffalo chicken dough skits. It's like a biscuit donut thing, stuffed with shredded chicken, glazed with a sweet and spicy buffalo icing, with bacon bits on the top. Ew! Cucumber jalapeno limeade. Spicy lemonade. You know how lemonade is refreshing? Well, how about not that? Jumbo donut sundae. It's a sundae and a donut, but it's dough. They put the sundae on the donut waffle burger. Maple-infused, candied, sweet, crunchy waffles with a side of maple syrup. It sounds good until you realize there's a meat patty in there. Ew! But I also have to remind myself, that's part of the draw of the state fair. I may be slandering all these foods, but I'm just one person whose favorite flavor of ice cream is vanilla. Other, more adventurous people come to the state fair purely because of the crazy foods. They either want to try it because it sounds good to them, or they want to try it because it sounds bad to them. Wow, that sounds like a terrible combination of things. I'll take 2, please. But hey, I mean, that's just more corn dogs for me. If I had a booth at the state fair, it would blow all of the other booths out of the water. It would be at the top tier, best-selling food ever to touch state fair grounds. Come round, come here ye, everybody, for your toast. Yeah, you heard me right. I would sell toast. It's a tried-and-true breakfast champion. There's no complex combinations where the flavors may or may not clash. It would be thick and delicious, and everybody loves bigger portions anyway, so it'd be super popular. And it's simple. Bread and butter. No choices need to be made. The only thing you need to decide at this booth is how much do you want. Anyone? Okay, thanks for watching. I don't have a lot else to say. If you're anything like me, you don't like sports. I go get the ball. You just threw it, you go get it. I feel like if I was better at sports, I'd like them more, but I am not good at sports. If you were to look at my history with sports, you will see that my performance, it is bad. No thanks! I don't really like watching sports either, but I do understand there's a little crossover with what constitutes as a good time. Snacks, hanging with the boys, balls. I can see the appeal, it's just not my thing. For me, personally, I do other stuff for fun. Ooh, ice. Woo! Give it a good start. I did it. He likes it. You want a sip? You want a taste? You like it? You like it? Oh yeah? Yeah? You want it? You want it? Go get it. The other thing I like to do for fun is learn things online, indiscriminately. Well, there's no easy way to say this, so. I am sponsored by Skillshare. Again, Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take their next step in their creative journey. Have you looked at my YouTube videos and thought, well, if you'd like to make your own YouTube channel, you can. Learn from the man, the myth, the legend himself, and KBHD. Better team, who continuously scored on us. I hardly ever got the ball because everybody knew that I could not handle that. But in this game, I was in a really advantageous position, and someone tossed the ball to me. And there was my shot, wide open. And I took it. And I made it! I was so happy for my first score. And then we lost the game. I have made no significant difference on the outcome. And then I got a medal. I do not know how that works out, but it was fun. I got so much dopamine in that moment that it seared a memory into my brain. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but I'll always remember that moment. I don't know how I feel about giving kids medals for losing. I don't know if it's really good for mental development, but it does feel good. After a certain amount of time, I stopped playing basketball and started playing baseball instead. At this point, I was a little older, and I had marginally improved on my hand-eye coordination. So I could take baseball a little bit more seriously. And this time, I was on a team with my friends, which was awesome. It made playing the game way more fun. There was a snack bar at the place that we played games at, so we could always go and get like Big League Chew. And this is not interesting at all, but the nostalgia I get while looking at this product is palpable. It's potent, it's pungent. Ugh, Big League Chew is so good. Actually, hold on. Give me some. Big League Chew. There it is. I can get a pack of 5 for $8? There's a bucket? But yeah, baseball, I was also very bad at this game. I might have been older, I might have had better hand-eye coordination, but I was still bad at throwing, pitching, hitting. You could just generalize it and say that I was bad at the whole game, and you'd be right. I remember playing this one game where the ball landed right next to me. All I needed to do was pick up the ball and toss it. But while I was trying to pick it up, I wasn't looking at my hands, I was looking at the runner, just rounding the bases. And I kept missing while I was picking it up, so I was just looking at the dude taking all the bases while I was crouching over looking like a dumb idiot. And then I looked down and saw that I was missing it, picked it up and tossed it. But the runner got a home run by the time I threw it. Guess who was mad at me for that one? The whole team. If that doesn't sound that bad, trust me when I say it looked way worse if you watched it play out. Whew, tough hitting. I'm gonna go get some more Big League Chew. I'm out of the old chew. Got it? Alright, I was bad, and everybody knew it, including me. They even yelled at me to not throw the ball when I got it because it usually meant someone was going to get another base, if not an entire home run, because I would just miss all of the time. Except for there was one time where I shut everybody up. We were playing a game, and we needed one more out to win. I was shortstop at the time, which is right here, and the ball was hit right to me. I picked it up, and everybody was telling me, don't throw it, just we'll get him out on the next hit. But I didn't listen. Instinct seeped into my brain. I was all animal. I got the out. The whole team was shocked, including myself, and it was the complete opposite of the basketball game because that throw won the game for us. I mean, it wasn't a really impressive throw, but when you take the worst player of the game and you get him out, it's a little bit cool. Everybody was freaking out, and everybody did that thing where they came up to me and they hit me in the head because they're like, good job. I don't get that in sports where they just hit you and spank you, but it is a form of endearment, so it felt very good to be congratulated. That was the coolest play in baseball that I've ever made, and I'll always remember it, because all my other memories of playing baseball were really embarrassing. So I guess I get why people like sports. It's exciting when things go good. It's just that things don't go good for me a lot when it comes to that. This is kind of irrelevant, but I was thinking about when I was playing baseball, and I remember this time that there was this kid that we were playing against who was pitching, and he had been hitting every person that went up to bat. And then I went up to bat, and I could see that he was really upset, and then he threw the ball and he hit me. And I was like, hey, I don't have to walk, he can pitch again. I didn't think that hurt at all. And then the ref was like, nope, you have to go. And I was like, okay. And I walked to first base, I saw them crying. It just felt really bad, because I know what it's like to suck. I hope that kid's doing okay today. If by some random chance of luck that you're out there watching this right now, just know that you're not alone. It's okay to suck. I suck every day. And that...
This is what it's all about, doing what you're made for. It's time to learn about what Entivio is made for. If you want to take the next step to learn about Entivio, ask your doctor for more information or visit Entivio.com. As a modern mom, getting my family ready for the day is a lot of work. Clothes, check. Tools, check. Beards, check. Breakfast, check. You don't eat your eggs, I'm gonna make Fluffy feed them to you. Okay, my chances. But now that I found Kodiak cakes, my kids don't.
And after a certain amount of time, baseball was done, and then I moved on to track and field, which was really fun because it's easy. You have to do one thing. Run. I like track and field because I considered myself at the time to be pretty quick. I am speed. I definitely wasn't the fastest, but I still prided myself on my ability to run. There's no missing the ball on the ground or throwing a ball at a hoop. It's just run. And that I could do. Nothing really interesting happened when I played track and field, just because it is very simple. Look at him run. Yeah, that one's fast. But it was one of the sports I did. There was one day that I became really dehydrated that all I could see was white. But that's less about the sport, more about me being dehydrated. I'm surprised I'm alive these days. Anyway, and then I tried cross-country skiing, but that one was the worst, because despite everybody's best efforts, I couldn't do it. Every practice after school, we would go out to ski, everybody would be shimmying around, and then there would be me, shuffling in place, for hours. You got this, Andy? Yes, thank you. I don't know what wasn't clicking, but I couldn't do it. After about a month, I ended up quitting. Breaking up with your girlfriend? That's hard. Beating pogo stuck? Really hard. Cross-country skiing? It's impossible. Sometimes I play golf, but never in a serious kind of way. There was one time when I tried to play golf with a bunch of friends, and it did not go well at all. It wasn't supposed to go well, because we were just like, yeah, it's golf. We'll just hit it around, and if we don't get the ball, whatever. But the way golf courses work is that they want to very efficiently have everybody moving along from one hole to the next, so there's not a lot of people waiting, because a bunch of goofballs want to have a good time. So they took me and another friend, and they paired us up with some random people that we just didn't know. They're really nice, and they're like, it's your first time golfing? And we're like, yeah, I mean, we've golfed before, but we don't, we're not too good. And we proceeded to hit every shot into the rough, and they were being really nice and saying, oh, it's okay, you can try again. And eventually, they just stopped talking to us because we were so bad. It kind of ruined the vibe. It was really embarrassing to be that bad. But in the end, we met up with our other friends that already finished the course, and we got a couple golf carts that they just raced around in them, which is not allowed. I think it made it worth it. It was a good memory of mine. So I've had my fill of sports. Not my thing. Totally understand why people like it, but I draw a cartoon, not to play sport. Artists don't want to move. They just want to sit and draw. So that's on playing sports, but watching them, you don't have to be good. You can just watch it, right? Not for me. Oh my God, the amount of things that people have to remember. I'm amazed at people's ability to just know who's who, the rules, how well they've been performing. How do you keep up with all of that information? Oh, Billy Bobby Jimmy John got 3 kickies into the goal just last round. He's been doing pretty good this season. What? Who's this guy? And then they changed teams. They're just like swapping them around. It's so much data. I forgot what I ate for breakfast. Or if I even ate breakfast. Oh, this is way too much. I don't really watch sports or go out to games. I do like going to the stadium sometimes because the food is yummy. You can just sit in the sun and enjoy a hot dog. It's like a comfortable thing. Being there to watch the game, take me out of the ball game. More like take me home, and stop at Five Guys on the way. I'm hungry. So in the end, sports are good. Just not for me. Thank you for watching.
Cutting your burrito? You're such a Virgo. And you have serious Libra vibes. You got 2 different burritos because you...
It's the warm season. That means bugs are back out. For bugs, it's the time to thrive and do bug type stuff. For us, it's the time we get to enjoy the sun and also be thankful that I don't live in Australia. Spiders are not easy to calmly deal with, even if you do not live in Australia, where they're 10 times the size of a small child. They're freaky and scary. This is no secret. I'm totally on the same page. I don't think I could ever muster up enough courage to hold one in my hand or let one crawl on my arm like they do to help people who have fear of spiders get over their fear of spiders. Even like a daddy longlegs, which aren't harmful to humans and generally passive. Also not even a spider, apparently. I wouldn't touch them. No thank you. But despite my fear, I try my best to keep the balance of nature and will usually capture and release a spider when I see one indoors. It's not an easy thing to do, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. And it's for the better. Because now birds can eat them. But I'm no total saint. I used to go to a friend's cabin a lot in the summer to engage in summer-type activities, like canoeing and fishing and stuff like that. It's way up in northern Minnesota, right next to the Boundary Waters, so raw nature kind of place. It takes hours to get there, but the trip was always fun, because I was with good friends. Lots of good memories there. I miss that cabin. Now, I say cabin, but I really mean like a lake house. It was a really nice place. But when my brain sees a structure next to some water in a woodsy area, my knee-jerk reaction is to call it a cabin. So I'm gonna just keep doing that. Cool. So this cabin was really nice. Everything you needed there, temperature control, electricity, running water, full kitchen. The only thing that was somewhat lacking was pest control, specifically the bug kind. This particular summer, we had just gotten to the cabin, and we were bringing our stuff inside from the cars, claiming who gets what bed and what room, stocking the bathrooms and kitchen with supplies for the week, when suddenly, wow, that's a big spider. Oh my god. This big old beaver spider shows up and just completely stops all unpacking. Here's the current layout of the situation. There's a hallway here, a doorway here, a spider here, and we are all here. Bedrooms where we're unpacking stuff are over here, and literally everything else to the house is this way. So you can see we were in a bit of a pickle. The layout of the house required us to pass through a specific doorway that the spider was specifically in front of, blocking everybody, and being generally terrifying. If I had to guess what spider it was, I would say wolf spider. The as big as your hand / big enough to eat a bird if you felt like it kind. And because of that, nobody wanted to even get close to it. I'm a catch and release kind of guy, but not a catch and release at the expense of my arm kind of guy. So we had this problem that was affecting everybody, and 0 people who wanted to deal with it in an understandable way. Like, what if we try to kill it and we miss it, and then it scurries out of sight? Then we'd have even a worse problem. Good luck sleeping. Or if we do kill it and we hit it with like a broom, and then thousands of little baby spiders came out, then we would have, instead of a big problem, 1,000 smaller problems. Or if we try to capture it and put it outside, it could jump on our faces, and then we would have a spider on our face problem. But thankfully I was there, and I didn't have the forethought to think of any of those situations, so I dove right in to solve the problem. I can't catch and release this spider. Even if I successfully got it outside, it's not like a bird would eat this thing. This thing would probably eat a bird. Think, Andy, think. Why is there a door there? Who would leave a door in the middle of the hallway? Wait a second. Spiders are smaller than doors. That means spiders are weak to doors. That means... I'm not gonna touch that now. It's too big. I have a face on team for these. My mom and dad.
Yeah!
I was the hero of the day. And as a reward, I didn't have to clean up the spider guts that was just splattered all over the floor and the door I just crushed it with. Woo! So after that problem was solved by Genius Boy Andy, we went back to unpacking and had a great rest of the trip. I love that place. A lot of good memories. Lots of...